morning, friends. I am Teddy Hicks, and I'm reading you an affirmation from my book, My Life Gets Better Every Day. Today's March 7th, 2026, and our affirmation is, every situation can be improved with more love. I have this crazy dog. I've never had a pet like him before. He's super skittish and fearful, and has absolutely no personal boundaries with people he loves. He won't even go for walks during the day because he's scared of the traffic sounds. For the first year of his life, he was a real problem for me. I worried constantly about how we could fix him. But eventually I remembered that he is with us for a reason and made a commitment to do my best to just help him. I started just loving my crazy dog as much as I could. I was patient with him, noticed all the times he wasn't acting like a lunatic, and told him what a good boy he is as often as I can. I sat with him, hugged him, and reminded him that he is safe and everything is going to be fine. Now he is responsive, connected to us, and usually listens when we ask something of him, especially if he thinks he might get a treat out of the deal. The solution to a problem isn't always perfectly clear, but I can guarantee that everything will be improved if you can find a way to flood it with love. Love, Teddy. I remember this. That was 9 years ago or 8 years ago. And I remember, I was just telling my husband this yesterday. I remember calling my mom and being like, I hate this dog. Like, he is ruining my life. He was a puppy that had been traumatized. He had been through some stuff, and he's also really sensitive. And so everything was overwhelming to him. And he would hear like some random noise outside and just like lose his mind and need to go back in. And also like tore everything up in the house and was just difficult. And I remember that shift that happened in my mind when I thought, you know what, I have been so resistant to this. I've been complaining about this. I've been talking about all the problems that I'm having with this dog. And what I need to do is just turn all that off, set all that aside for a minute, and just love him exactly the way he is, and give him all the support that he needs. And that felt like such, not only did it change the situation and make things better, but it felt like such a relief for me. Right? Because I think we go around our lives a lot judging what's happening, deciding whether or not we like what's going on, and then developing a story around that, developing emotions around that, right? Rather than just dealing with the facts of the situation in front of us, we have all this kind of response to it. And a lot of that is resistance, it's fear, it's anger, it's frustration. And none of that helps what's going on, right? Like, all of those feelings make things worse. You're attracting a negative energy with those thoughts and feelings. And so it's so important to be able in those moments to just be able to turn things around and go, you know what? I'm just going to be in this, and I'm going to love whatever I can love about this. Maybe you have to love yourself more in that situation. Maybe you have to love another person more in that situation. Maybe you just have to like be love in that situation. Be neutral. Be open to whatever's coming your way. Move through it easily, flow with love. It really changes not only the outcome of the situation for you to have a different attitude about it, but it just changes your internal temperature, your internal environment so dramatically that you can get through anything, right? When you have that attitude, you can get through anything. You can approach every situation just by looking for something to love, opening your eyes to the love, loving more, being love, all of that. And that just feels good. It's a different way to live your life. So I hope that's helpful for you today. Just so you, in case you're worried about it, that dog is now 9 years old this spring, and he's the best dog ever. And I say that a lot because we've been dealing with this new puppy recently. And I say, remember when Ozzy was little and we just couldn't stand him and he was so difficult? And now he's like our best buddy, So things really will turn around if you can just give it more love. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with the next one. Bye.